What's up, everybody? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have Cass up on the screen. Yesterday, I released a poll on what videos you guys wanted to see today, and Caspa was the leader by quite a bit. So here you go. Last time we checked in, June 25th, right over here. The video before that, we had called this drop down to these lows. We bounced hard, and now we're running, guys. We're on our way up. So in that video just mentioned, we're looking for this thing to work back up. I want to see it get for sure above this fourth wave. More likely we'll get up here into this area, flag a little bit, and then go. I'd like to see us, get a little bit of juice this week, maybe get us up here in the next week or two for the flag and the pop. So I do think when that happens, getting up there will be pretty quick. Hit the point 0.5 yesterday, the point 0.5 fib, the 618. We're just kind of bouncing right now in that area. I'm going to get rid of this. We checked back in. The one thing I just, we got to be conscientious of anytime we're working our way back up, especially after a 5-wave drop, is getting up into this fourth wave here. Because what we don't want to happen is a 6 takes that out for a 7, because we see this all over the place all the time. I call it out on the channel constantly, so you'll see it in a video if you haven't already. This is what we want to negate. This is not my base case right now. I think we're headed up. Just 0.5 is always, and that's on this whole first wave. The 0.5 is always a pretty common place for us to catch a little bit of resistance. And then if you look over, it coincides with the top of this fourth wave. We keep going even further, like, the bottom of the fourth wave. You do have some price action over here, right? So want to see that break and start heading back up in this direction. I do think that's going to happen here sooner than later. I expect a pretty good week here for crypto. So fingers crossed. My only hesitation is it's that stupid ass crypto week. And usually that stuff is sell the news event. So hopefully we don't see something like that. But, I do think Caspa's in a pretty good position here to get this third wave kicked off. So next time we check in, we'll talk about third wave targets. Just want to make sure these lows are in here. Want to see these highs get taken out. For Cas, that's around 13 cents. And then we can really get cracking and get flying on this third wave. But guys, we are right here, man. The fun part right around the corner. Like dominance looking like it's going to break down. I go into all of that for my members. The whole macro picture just tells you a little bit more about, what's going on globally, larger time frames. And because these cryptos aren't running independently, Cas isn't going to run independently. Like we charted out to figure out where specifically this thing could go within its price levels. But you need to understand the bigger picture. So if you're not doing that, you're going to end up, missing entries and exits on Cas. So headed in the right direction. Let's see. Boom. Weaving up here above the 60 line. We love to see that. That is bull territory. If you haven't seen this before, oftentimes, like look right here, we popped above 60 on the RSI, held it. This is bullish. So this went neutral, but neutral bull. Didn't drop below 40, went up. So we're talking like if you just traded the RSI strategy alone, you're looking at, you would have had 73% if you just traded this strategy of a breakout over 60 and a hold. So, and in that case, you would have saved your $95 a month, I'm pretty sure. I know people are upset about the membership, but guys, the value's there, man. Back D, back above the 0 line, still staying positive, decreasing positive momentum, but positive nonetheless. I do think this thing's about to turn up, and I expect it to be a pretty good week in the markets. One other thing I noticed is if I connect these outermost trend lines, so that top there, this top of the second wave here, you can see we just broke through it. Looked like it wanted to back test a little bit, hasn't yet. Could it? Sure. But I do think that this thing's going to keep moving up. And, as far as like trend line resistances go, I think we're in a pretty good spot for Cas. One more thing. That was the fibs on this wave. Let's just check out the fibs on this second wave. Right there. Yeah, battling. Haven't closed above the 382 on this wave. Again, got stopped out on the 382 of this, or the 5.5 of this wave. So working our way up, but I do think we get back up here into the 11-12 cent range sooner than later, guys. Maybe do a little something like this. Quick flag, boom, big bust. So that's what we're waiting on, my friends. Like I mentioned, I did just release my Quantum Circle group. you can check that out. Real-time trades, portfolio access, macro analysis. The Discord goes live this week, and I'm teaching you TA and how to trade. So the link for that is in the bio if you guys want to go deeper and get serious about making some money. If not, I just appreciate you guys being there. If you could do me a favor, if you could follow, like, repost. I've been doing TA a long time, and I just want to help as many of you guys as I can. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you're all having a great Sunday evening, and I will talk to you later.